What's going on, guys? It's Sheep the Wise. Welcome back to Vader's Lair. I hope you guys are having a good start to the week. It's time to preview episode 5 of the Obi Wan Kenobi show. I can't wait to get into this episode. I had a blast last week. Let's get in the lair. Let's talk about what we could potentially see. Let's do it. Welcome back to the lair. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys are having a good one once again. Let's talk about episode 5 here. So, to start off, we kind of want to touch on the ending of episode 4, really, to kind of propel us into what we could see in episode 5. I really want to take a lot of the ideas that we got in episode 4 and 3 and see where it's going to take us in these last 2 episodes. I know a lot of us are really wanting those Clone Wars flashbacks, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it'll be the type of flashbacks we're hoping, and I don't know how long they'll be, but I can't wait, because I do think there will be some cool, like, post Attack of the Clones flashbacks, if you will, but we'll get into that more. Everybody in the chat, it's good to see you guys. Ducky, Tim, Darth Chaos, Rerum Trading, Steve Staranka, Smalls, Mike, Dad Joke, Inquisitor Porter. I hope you're doing well, my guys. It's good to see you all hanging back in the lair. It's good to have you back. So, what are some of the stuff that you guys want to see in episode 5? Because I'm going to speculate all day long about this episode based on the last one. And much love, my Dad Joke Inquisitor Porter, for the 99-cent super sticker. You chilling today, I could tell. I could tell, my guy. Much love to you, Mike Porter. Thank you, my guy. Steve Saranka says, yo, that new lair, fire, literally. Well, I kind of just threw it up because Streamlabs, like, destroyed the old one. I don't know what happened to it. So now Vader is intimidating me. It's kind of scary. Hope you guys are doing well, though. Alright, so, what else can we see? Based on the last episode, when it ended, we had the Lola kind of droid seeming to be how Reva is going to be, you know, tracking them. It's going to be the tracker. It's Darth Lola now. And I think, honestly, they might be going back to Jabeem. I don't know. It makes more sense maybe for them to go to Alderaan. But we'll see where they end up going. I think they might go back to the path stuff, though. Jabeem talked to the dude after they were all kind of going back in the ship. I think we're going to get more of that, though. I think we're going to see more of that. And I do think that could be maybe where we get flashbacks before Vader and Reva and the Inquisitors track them down and come to fight them. But I think that might be where the episode goes towards the second half. I think what's going to happen, though, is Obi-Wan is going to be meditating, trying to reach out to Qui-Gon once more. And he still maybe won't be able to. But I think this time he's going to have kind of visions or kind of meditate on the past of when he was training Anakin, and I think we're gonna get flashbacks that are Clone Wars. And I'm gonna make a video that I'll probably post tomorrow. I'm already working on it, where I'm talking about how we could see Clone Wars flashbacks and how we're probably not gonna see them in Obi Wan Kenobi, at least the way we want to. I think it's gonna be a little bit closer to Attack of the Clones than the Clone Wars that we're all kind of hoping to see, the animated Clone Wars, you know. But it's going to be probably around the same time frame of that Brotherhood novel. Maybe even a conversation about how Anakin is in love with Padme and Obi-Wan kind of knows, or the moment he kind of learns, talking to Anakin about, you know, being a Jedi, yeah, you can't have these kind of attachments, you know, so some kind of the talk with Anakin, you know what I mean? That might be what the flashback is. But I think there will be some training involved with the flashback too. So I do think that we're going to get some Hayden Christensen in this episode. I can't wait for that. I don't know, though. This is kind of just speculation. It's really what I'm hoping for on Jabeem before the Inquisitors come, or as they're coming, or whatever. And I think that they will come. It's going to probably happen this episode, and it's going to probably lead us into Darth Vader fighting Obi Wan Kenobi next episode. I think he might be fighting Reva this episode, which would be super cool. I think it would be super cool. Steve says, yo, gotta figure out how to stream with your face superimposes over Vader so it looks like you're Vader. I could try to edit it, but I don't know. I don't know if I can, Steve. There. I'm kind of covering him now. In the lair. We're entering the third act. Yes, I would say this is kind of the third act if the, 6 episode schedule thing is what it is. If it is actually 6 episodes. So the first 2 episodes are kind of like the first act. Then it's the middle with episodes 3 and 4. And then episodes 5 and 6 would be the second or the third act. The final act. A new background. Yes, I think this kind of works. Maybe. Much love, Ronnie. I hope you're doing well, man. Ronnie the dinosaur. Darth Dino. But I do think we are going back to Jabim probably. Maybe we'll go to Alderaan. I'm not really sure. Let me know where you guys think they're going to head to, because who knows? They could go anywhere and track that Lola droid. It's going to be interesting to see how Leia reacts to it and how it maybe won't shake her, because she seems to be pretty trusting in droids, throughout, Leia's life. That's what it seemed to be. Never underestimate a droid, you know what I mean? So I don't know. And by the way, Vivian's been doing a great job of portraying that with her in the Lola character, or the Lola droid, you know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see if the Lola droid is as evil as it turns out to be. How that could shake Leia as a kid, and maybe not shake her trust that much, though. Currently working on that top secret project. Oh no. Oh no. Darth Ronnie is at it again. If you guys didn't see Ronnie's video on Matt Risman's mustache or goatee, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. It's comedy gold. What else can we see in episode 5 though? Well, how about some Grand Inquisitor? I've been waiting quite a long time since episode 2, really. To figure out how the heck does the Grand Inquisitor survive. I mean, it was pretty shocking to me in the early screening of Kenobi, seeing him get stabbed. I was going, whoa, people are gonna flip when they see this. Oh man, did they flip. And honestly, it was pretty cool because this past Friday during Jimmy Kimmel, sorry, I get them confused sometimes. During a Jimmy Kimmel interview, they had Rupert Friend on the show talking about the Grand Inquisitor and talking about Obi Wan Kenobi and some other stuff. And basically, Jimmy Kimmel tried to back him into a corner and try to get him to spoil some stuff. And he goes, what's the fate of your character? I think he's alive. And he's like, oh, you think he's alive? Like, how do you know? Like, and he basically alluded to him having 2 stomachs. So one of the stomachs was stabbed, not the other one. Seems like he could have survived. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in episodes 5 or 6 potentially if he is alive. Hopefully we will, because if they don't explain that, I'm gonna be like, what? I don't know. They need to explain that, and they also need to explain the Order 66 flashback scene. I don't know if that's gonna be explained in episode 5 or episode 6. I think it'll probably be explained in episode 6, unfortunately. But I guess that remains to be seen. Good deduction, says the duck. Lola's dramatic sacrifice will answer the age-old question of why she sent R2 instead of Lola to Tatooine to find Kenobi. Oh, she got rid of Lola ages ago because of that. You know what I mean? She moved on. She found a better droid. So, like, can he eat twice as much? Ronnie, I'm saying that's why he's got the egg shape of the head and he's a little bit thicker than he is in Rebels. So, maybe because he's, lost the stomach, it's why he thins down. I can't. That's so funny. Shout out to Star Wars Obsession for the theory. That thing is jokes. Young Leia is dope. You said it, Tim. She's the best. I was watching Quentin working on X-Wing. That sounds like a fun stream. I gotta watch that. I think my stream with Quentin is coming out soon, so go check out Quentin Time podcast. Much love to Quentin. Ducky says nobody actually thought the Grand Inquisitor was dead. If they did, there would have been a dozen videos showing proof the sequels just got retconned. Check it out. Well, I'm sure Mike Zero probably did that, but Nerd Mafia says, I wish they gave us an Order 66 flashback scene for a couple minutes at the beginning of each episode. I agree with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the little recaps they do, but they should definitely have gone that route and shown us a little bit more of Reva's story as they progressed. You know what I mean? Or, something like that would have been cool, They need to tie up those two threads, the GI and Order 66. Indeed. Some time ago, Rupert Friend said his character can fly with the saber. I don't know if it was referring to Rebels, though. Excellent deduction there, Tim, and I honestly can't even remember, and I've seen Rebels like 6 or 7 times at this point, but I can't even remember if there's a scene of him flying in particular. And there probably is in Rebels, and maybe he is just referring to that, but I will say this, Tim. On Star Wars Santa's predictions this week, I predicted that there's going to be some Inquisitors flying. Because I think what's going to happen is that we are probably going to Jabim, and what's going to happen there is that the Inquisitors are going to show up and basically find out this path place, or like where they're keeping some Jedi. Is there going to be Jedi at this place at this current time other than Obi-Wan? Would be pretty freaking cool if we saw some like Quinlan Voss or something, but I kind of doubt it. You know what I mean? I don't think there's going to be any notable Jedi that we know, really. Maybe there will be, but I kind of doubt it. I hope so. But we'll see. And basically the Inquisitors are going to come though, and I think Obi-Wan is going to fight Reva, and what the other characters are going to do, that's always the little like, what the heck, I don't know. And maybe Darth Vader will show up at the end, and we'll get kind of a cliffhanger of the two going to fight each other or something. Part 2, you know what I mean? Fire! Ronnie says, I need to see an Inquisitor fly. Part of me just wants to see the trolls get angry. I'm just playing. But I do really want to. I think it would be dope to see some live action Inquisitor flight. It would be cool. I wish they... Oh, yeah. I like that, Nerd Mafia. I do wish they did that. That would be dope. I feel like we get so much in Order 66 as it is, though. Like, I'm pretty happy with what they've shown us in the past. Don says, someone noted today in Making Star Wars that the second level of the Amber Tombs was smaller and was Grogu in one of these. I will say Star Wars Meg had a theory that Grogu could have been in one of these Amber pods, or whatever you want to call them. It'd be cool. It'd be cool if that's the route they go. Personally, I don't think so. I think the Amber people are dead. I think their cells are kept preserved or something in those, and they're kind of used to draw in Jedi, like we see with Luminara and Dooley in Star Wars Rebels. That's kind of my personal take on it. Do we know him for sure? I don't think so. Much love, Smalls. I see the $5 super chat that just came in. He says, am feeling compelled by the dark side to support the Simpire. Much love, Sheev. Hey, I appreciate you, my boy Purple. It's good to see you in the chat, Smalls. Much love to you. I hope you're having a great day. Send me some love, man. I mean, I'm gonna send you some love on the Discord too. Smalls made this dope like portrait thing of my girlfriend and I from Galaxy's Edge. Like, he did it in this really cool style. I think I maybe put it in the Discord once, but I gotta do it again, and I might do like different colors of that for the badges at some point. I don't know. It's kind of cool, and it would be dope. Much love to you, Smalls. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Tim says, I think they're all dead. Personally, I think the Amber people are dead too. I mean, it would be dope if some of them are alive. It's just, they look pretty dead to me. They look pretty dead to me. Ducky says that youngling was trapped in goo like he was still running. Like he was caught a wave of molasses. To me, it almost looked like he was frozen in place being held up by the force. That's almost what it looked like to me, but I don't know. Much love to you, Perbs. Darth Chaos says, I'm leaning towards that they are lifeless. That's definitely what I think too. I mean, look at them. I mean, maybe it's just that they're being used or like kept alive barely to have their blood drawn from them or something until they do die. I really don't know, but it seems like some of the stronger ones were more lifeless or more absorbed somehow than maybe the kid. Maybe they had more midichlorians than the kid, and so they were absorbing the midichlorians for them for cloning or who knows what. You know what I mean? I mean, those Inquisitors, Darth Vader, you know, Sidious. Oh yes, I love me midichlorians. Don says, I don't think they're dead. If they're needed for the midichlorians, they'd be worthless dead. Force would have evaporated. Do you think so though, completely? I mean, what if they're like almost dead, like on the moment they die? I don't know. Maybe they're just trophies. I mean, there's some sick people, man. Some sick Sith, you know. Kenobi called it a tomb. Could be wrong. I think it is a tomb. That's kind of what gives me the feel that they're dead. I don't think that we're gonna see much more of Terrace Nube. You know what I mean? Like he looked like he's a goner. He looked like he's a goner. Ducky Moma says, are they now Force batteries powering the fortress? Was the showrunner a Matrix fan? Maybe that'd be interesting. I mean, Deborah Chow definitely seems like she would maybe be a Matrix fan. Who knows? But I will touch on Fortress Inquisitorius real quick, because I've seen some fans kind of complaining that it looks different in Kenobi a little bit, and from my perspective, when you compare it to like the Fortress Inquisitorius from Fallen Order, which is about 4 years prior to this, I believe, maybe 5. And when you look at that one, it looks like it's really big, a lot bigger, and it almost looks like all we see now is like the top peak of it, and the rest of it is now covered in water. I don't know if more water is filled on the planet. I don't really know how NER works, but I think it's still the same place. It just looks a little different because, well, it's 5 years later, basically. And yeah, there probably are Force batteries powering the fortress. Who knows? Maybe giant kybers. Dawn says, but it's not for public display. No one's going to see them there. Yeah, but sometimes, I mean, serial killers have like all kinds of sick trophies they don't show anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of the people we're dealing with here, Dawn, in my opinion. I don't know. That's my thought, is either they're, you know, kind of just trophies of people that they've caught or knew, or I think the little kid might have even been confirmed to be one of the kids in the beginning of the Order 6016. So I don't know. Ducky says, it started a joke, but now I'm actually strongly considering the human battery idea. Like in the original KOTOR game. Maybe okay, I didn't know what you were talking about with that, but maybe the Force batteries of Terrace and Nube and, you know, younglings. That'd be wild. That would be wild. I don't know. Let me know what other theories we got for that, because personally my take is just that they're used to draw in other Jedi, and that they're like kind of transportable like we see with Luminara. I don't know for sure. That's just kind of my take. It's the closest thing that we've seen to a mummified kind of person. I granted, she doesn't look like she's in quite the same amber kind of tomb, but I don't know how those work. We'll see. Maybe one day. I would love to see more of this in the Jedi Survivor games. Tim says, I mean, they can both be both trophies and something they use to learn Jedi. Indeed. Indeed, my friend. Indeed, indeed. Let me see what my description said to figure out what else we can talk about for this episode. Because, I mean, Grand Inquisitor coming back would be kind of cool. I don't think if Reva's gonna die from, like, I mean, maybe Darth Vader will be like, yo, you, like, I heard this theory where, like, Vader was looking at Kenobi after the fire kind of caught up again, and he didn't attack because he started to think about it, and he's like, this Kenobi right now, this version of the dude that trained me, ain't it. This ain't the same dude. There's no way he took out the Grand Inquisitor. And it's probably the case that Reva is figured out at that point by Vader, and he's kind of like, but she's like drawing him into Kenobi still, so it's like Kenobi's all that matters, like he said. So he's kind of using her as a means to an end at this point, and maybe Vader will take her out, or maybe he already knows the Grand Inquisitor's alive, and Grand Inquisitor's gonna pop in this episode and be like, what's up, Reva? You can slash her, you know what I mean? Tyler the Kid, what up, my guy? I hope you're doing well. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, though. I would love to see the Grand Inquisitor try to get her, and maybe Reva will survive the series with kind of rumors of a season 2 coming. Who knows? Maybe, you know, there's been rumors that maybe she's married to Roken, which was the character we seen in the last episode. I don't really buy it. I think she's probably too young, but I mean, she would be like 24 or 25 years old. Who knows? Maybe her and Roken got together. I would love if it's someone else, like maybe it was the character, one of the characters that we see in the Amber, like if one of the mummified Jedi is the wife of this Roken character. That's kind of what I think, but who knows? Maybe it is Reva. Maybe it is. Hey, Coffee on Korriban, it's good to see you in the chat, my guy. Much love. Let it rip, Ty. It's weird O'Shea Lest teased so much about his role. Yeah, it is interesting he teased so much about his role. That's kind of why I think they're going back to Jabim Tim. Jeez. That was a mind messer right there. Jeez. I do think they're going back to Jabim Tim. That's what I think, because of how crucial Roken seems to be in the story. I don't really know, though. Maybe we will see some other Jedi there, like I said. Ayo! Tyler the Kid says, so we're all on the same page and we're all pretty much agree that Reva is one of the younglings from the opening scene, right? Let me know in the chat, guys. I think it is universally kind of agreed that she is one of the younglings that we see. I mean, we haven't seen much more context to it yet, but who knows? I like this one theory that I think Star Wars Meg had too, that maybe Reva is truly, or like her true goal in the show is to kill Darth Vader, because Darth Vader would have probably been the dude that helped take out all those younglings. And I'm sure him and the Grand Inquisitor and maybe a few other Inquisitors at the time were tracking down younglings like that, and that's how Reva gets inducted in the order. I would love to see those flashback scenes as well as the Clone Wars kind of flashback scenes I'm hoping that we're getting, but I don't know. Tyler the Kid says, so she said at one point, I want what's owed to me. She's obsessed with getting close to Vader. I posted it's her beef with Obi Wan Kenobi is that he failed to protect the Jedi Temple. Tyler the Kid, I like that theory as well. So those are kind of the two leading ones, is that she either has a vendetta against Vader and she rose up through the Inquisitor ranks to get close enough to him to kill him herself, or that she has a vendetta against Obi-Wan because he came to the Jedi Temple. Her and her friends, you know, other younglings were kind of hiding there and watched as him and Yoda came and went and left without them. That'd be wild, man. That'd be dope. Either way, I kind of like where they're going with the Reva character. I'm really excited to see what they do with her in these last two episodes. Tyler the Kid says, And she knows that Anakin is Vader, so I believe that she is trying to get closer to Vader to kill him herself for revenge for killing over classmates. Exactly, Tyler the Kid. And she wants revenge on Obi-Wan for failing to protect them. Dang, so maybe she does want revenge on both of them. That'd be pretty wild. Hello there, Coffee on Korriban. He says, I think she is meant to be one of the younglings, but they could have done more to make that connection. Yeah, they really haven't touched on the Order 66 scenes at all since episode 1. At all. I hope they do soon. I hope they do soon. Make sure to tap that like, everyone, says Coffee on Korriban. Do it. Appreciate it. Alan Copeland says, no, too young to be her. That's what I think too. I think she is a bit too young to be the wife of Roken, but who knows? Who knows? She wants revenge on Obi-Wan. Tyler the Kid says, does a young African-American girl in that scene that they focus on a lot in that shot, it would be weird if it's not her. Based on the fact that we haven't had any other Order 66 like mentions or kind of references at all throughout the show, it would be kind of weird if it's not her. But I don't know. Maybe that's us just assuming too. Who knows? It's just weird that they put that scene in there. You know, it has to be Reva. It just has to be. Exactly. The cat's like 45 seconds behind, but we're on the same page. I appreciate it for sure. Shiva, I'm having another Kenobi positivity stream later tonight. You're welcome to join it if you'd like. If I'm free, Coffee on Korriban, I would absolutely love to. I don't know if I will be, if I'm being honest, but I can let you know. I would love to soon. I would love to soon. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow might work better for me if you're doing. Heck, I might even do a stream, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely going to be streaming Kenobi episode 5 tomorrow, though. For anybody that's hanging out, we are doing a watch party tomorrow at probably 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. So I'll see you guys there for that. Much love to you guys. Ducky Momo says, well, for the first 4 episodes, Reva is a bag of blah. Hopefully she gets some layers in episode 4 and stops being so one-dimensional. Definitely, I feel like they've been very secretive with her character, and she is kind of one-dimensional in a way. Because we haven't really figured out too much about her. They haven't really told us much about her yet. And that's kind of where I think people are seeing her as one-dimensional. I think there's a lot deeper story for her, though, that we're going to be unpacking here in the last episode or 2. Maybe even in the second season. I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I feel like from what I heard this next episode, and let me know what you guys think, but I think this next episode might be a little bit shorter, like another like 40-minute episode, so a little bit under 45 minutes, you know what I mean? I think like 35-40 minutes again. Like last episode was like 38 37, something like that. I think we're probably getting like 40 minutes again, but I'm wondering how they can do like an hour for the finale and like 40 minutes, and so like an hour 40 left, maybe an hour 30, you know, somewhere around that kind of time frame. How are they going to wrap up all of this, or like tell Reva's story? And I guess they could definitely do it. It just, they had to pack in a lot, you know what I mean? Maybe there is going to be more episodes. Maybe draw them both together so they can do it themselves in... I don't think she's one-dimensional at all. She says what her face is, 2 different things. It's subtle, though. I definitely see what you mean, like Dawn with the like kind of not really wanting to torture Leia, but she's like, I'll do it if I have to. Like, I want 66 hours of content. Me too, Steve. Me flipping too. And I wish I could do 66 straight hours of content. That would be incredible, but I would probably pass out halfway through it. Mike Dad Joke Porter says Reva is awesome. She is awesome. I think she is awesome. What's up, Star Wars Politics? Tim with the fire. Getting hyped. I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. She's not a Marvel character, Mike. She's kind of awesome though. I love Kenobi and I love Phase 4 of the MCU, says Mike Deck, Joke Porter. Me too. I think the MCU Phase 4 is kind of doing a lot of building so far. I actually really liked the first episode of Miss Marvel. So, I'm excited. Hey, Star Wars MCU OG, it's good to see you in the chat, my guy. Much love. Dawn Clotterman says her face when Vader was dragging people through. Yeah. She's like, what? God damn, that could be me. It was actually jokes to see all the Inquisitors when Vader kind of walked by. They were like, oh damn, it's about to go down. You better do a 66-hour long celebration stream when you hit 66,000 subs. We can maybe do that. We'll see. 66,000 subs is a lot, and that would be pretty cool. I would be like, never subscribe again. Leave us at 66,000. That would be sick. I want a VR Order 66 game, but I'm probably never going to get that. Dude, that would be insane. That would be terrifying. Fifth Brother is... I think the Fifth Brother is funny too, Tim. I think he's... Move! Damn, alright, dude, I'll move. I think it's dope that he is stronger than Reva, it seems like, but it also, like, Reva's, like, outsmarting him in every turn. It's just... It's fun to see these Inquisitors beat each other up. I think we're gonna see that this episode too. Like, imagine Fifth Brother and second or third sister like fighting, well, trying to fight Kenobi and whatnot. They're just like button heads. Move, Alan Copeland, my guy. Don says we have tons of content coming. You'll get a boost with each new show. You're not wrong, and it's super exciting. I was talking about it with Tim earlier today. Like, Tales of the Jedi, like, Meg and I are so excited for that. It's going to be freaking amazing. I literally cannot wait to see the stories that they're going to tell. Like, it might even be kind of a darker show. So it's going to be pretty wild. It's going to be pretty wild. This is just the beginning. Yeah, Skeleton Crew is probably like a year away maybe, and there's a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming. Tyler the Kid says, I want to go. Hey, I'll see you soon. No worries, my guy. So much coming though. I mean, seriously, Tales of the Jedi, Skeleton Crew, all the stuff that came out of Celebration. Mando 3 is probably like, you know, a year out, maybe a little less. Probably a little less. And Ahsoka's probably a year out too. There's so much stuff on the way. Andor's about to be lit in just a few months. Bad Batch Season 2. There's a lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff. Skeleton Crew is probably end of next year, says Tim. That kind of makes sense. In the Taika Waititi movie that was, again, rumored recently to be in 2023 now, it might be pushed back until, like, beginning of 2024. But we'll see. We'll see. And it's dope to know Jedi Survivor is coming soon, too. A lot more video games down the line that will eventually be coming. But I love the Jedi Survivor series and Jedi Fallen Order series and all that stuff. So can't wait for that game as well. There is so much coming. There is. You're under the impression I wanted to play as the youngling. No, I wanted to play as Anakin. Good. We have 3 live action shows plus movie next year. Potentially movie next year. I mean, I would love if that movie does come next year. Either way, there's a lot of stuff coming. Tim hit me up today and was like, I think this is the first time we're getting something like 3 shows or 3 projects within like 6 months. Which I don't know, like, exactly. I was trying to think of it. I'm like, well, Clone Wars came out in like February. I think there was a movie at the end of the year. So 6 months. That's definitely more than 6 months. But it was like, dang, he's kind of right. This is the most Star Wars content we've ever had. Guys. It's amazing. I'm frothing for Mando 3 Meanwhile, we have Tales of the Jedi, Andor, and Bad Batch. Exactly. It's going to be so much good content at the end of this year, too. So much good stuff. Gotta go hit the battlegrounds. Thanks, Sheev. Take care, everyone. Hey, Darth Chaos, I hope you have a great rest of your night, brother. Much love. Don said, oh, yes, I saw that. I'm super excited for that, though. Let me know what you guys are most excited for coming up this year, because Tales of the Jedi is definitely top of my list. Ahsoka show is definitely up there, too. Mando 3 is going to be great. I can't wait for that. But Disney is bad. Lies. Deception. Join the empire of Disney today. So what are we expecting for Kenobi episode 5? Well, I think we're definitely expecting for probably some flashbacks. I'm hoping some flashbacks. I don't think they're going to be the Clone Wars flashbacks that we're maybe expecting, or some people might be. Hopefully the Grand Inquisitor would be kind of cool. But I think we're going back to Jabim. I think we're going to get more information on the path. Maybe some Jedi cameos. Maybe no one big, though. I wish I could tell you. I feel like this episode and next episode are the most kind of like secrecy. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know that much about them. We kind of know a little bit about the ending, but then the ending was even supposedly changed. Like, we don't even know. So I'm excited for these last 2 episodes. For real, for real. We are in the end game now. The third act, as Tim said. It's about to be freaking hyped, man. It's about to be hyped. Just want them to fly with the sabers. Do it! Fly with the sabers, my Inquisitors. Destroy them. GI flashback of Obi and Annie training sparring. That's definitely gonna probably be the main part of it. I think is Obi-Wan having some kind of flashbacks to kind of remember some weaknesses of Anakin. Maybe he'll throw some Padme jabs at him, like, pooh pooh, you've done that yourself. You know what I mean? Kind of cool. Maybe that'll happen next episode, and he just kind of gets flashbacks of, you know, Anakin's love for Padme, how that's his weakness. And then in the final episode, you know, you've done that yourself, Anakin. You killed her. Tyler the Kid says, I'm gonna start dying when you just did that Palpatine impression when you... Good. Daniel says, dude, please show it or I'm gone. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Daniel? There are 2 types of YouTube channels. Those that hate Disney, Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, irrespective of production, and those that are normal. You are normal. Hey, I appreciate it, my guy. I try to do my best. Annie's weakness or tells same way he tricked Maul. Think Qui-Gon is still going to show up at some point, maybe at the end though. Me too, Tim. I do think at some point, like, I think the main point of this show is that Kenobi has lost his hope. He's lost his way with the Jedi and everything. He's just a hopeless dude. He's been through so much. Like, as much as Anakin's been through, Obi-Wan has been through just as much. And he's still, you know, a good dude. He's not out here snapping necks and cashing checks, as Star Wars Obsession would say. You know, he's still a good dude, but he's kind of lost hope. He's hopeless. And all this time trying to reach out to Qui-Gon, you know, watching over Luke and not even be able to interact with him because, you know, Uncle Owen's a butthole. I mean, all this time, and I think he's finally going to commune with Qui-Gon at the end, and that's going to be maybe what ends up being able to help him push over Vader, or, you know, beat him in the next conflict. Or maybe just a little, you know, post-credit kind of thing. The last part of the show where Qui-Gon kind of shows up and, you know, he says a little line to him or something and we screen to blank. And that's the end. You know what I mean? We just here to have a good time, though. That's what's up. 100%, Tim. Mike says, where y'all are finished here, regardless if you're a Star Trek fan or not. Quentin Lee, Daniel Fisher, and Moss have a channel called A Few Trekkies. Go check them out. Come by and support the community. Do it. Go check him out, as Mike Porter says, and Mike Porter being the most positive dude in this community. Much love, brother. Go check those Few Trekkies out. Once again, their channel is called A Few Trekkies. Go do it. Do it. Hello to Sir Run. I don't want to like absolutely butcher this name. Suranidami. Suranidami? That's kind of a cool name. I just don't know if I pronounced it correctly. I love the spelling. Much love though. I think you can have valid criticism of Disney Star Wars and not be a toxic fan. 100%. 100%. And I try to have my valid criticisms, but I mean, this show has turned me into a straight up shill. I'm loving the Obi Wan Kenobi series, man. Critique is welcome, and it's gatekeeping here. It's small, but yeah, no gatekeeping here. Critique is always welcome, indeed. Call me Suru. It means patience. That's really sick. I love that. A very key lesson of the Jedi is patience too. So I love that, man. Much love, Suru. Kenobi Roxy. Is that what you said, or rocks? Either way, I agree. Kenobi rocks, man. I've been having a blast with this show. These first 4 episodes, with just 2 left potentially. I mean, if there is a season 2, I'm all for it. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it, because I know there's some fans apparently that haven't been enjoying it as much. So it's cool though, because I definitely have seen some kind of Star Wars fans out there in the wild that have talked to me throughout the period, and it seems like for the most part a lot of the more casual fans that I've talked to, you know, fans that you know generally have seen the movies and don't really know much of the expanded lore, like a lot of people that I've talked to have generally really liked the show so far. So it's dope to me to see the fandom that has been enjoying it, and for those that haven't, I hope that you enjoyed these last 2 episodes for sure a lot. I cannot wait though. I cannot wait for tomorrow night's episode. Tomorrow night's watch party is going to be really excited. I can't wait to finish my video today on the flashbacks and kind of my explanation of what I think we're going to get. And I do think we're going to get a lot of that Brotherhood novel. And like, if you guys haven't read the Brotherhood novel, I know it only came out within the last like month or 2. But I think it's going to be crucial to kind of what we get with the Anakin and Obi-Wan characters, and probably even with this flashback scene we might be getting tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? Leia Rose, it's good to see you in the chat. She says, Kenobi is my Jedi Knight. Oh, he's mine too. I love that Obi-Wan Kenobi. My mom, you know, was lucky enough to grow up and see Star Wars when she was just like 7 years old. So, you know, she really likes Ewan McGregor as the character. And when I grew up with the prequels and everything, she used to say like, you know, Nobi. And I was like, she loved that. She loved Ewan McGregor, man. So I've always loved Obi-Wan. He's a goat for sure. I'm excited to see these last 2 episodes for him though, and he is definitely my Jedi Knight as well. Not too many other Jedi that are more Jedi than Obi-Wan Kenobi. Even if he did fail Anakin, you know. I have failed you, Anakin. Really, the Jedi Order as a whole did, but that's another story. You enjoy what you enjoy. Couldn't have said it better, Tim. Don says, as someone just shy of 70, you don't seem under the age of 25, Don. I mean, you're so spiritful. I love you, Don. You're the absolute best. She says, I encourage you to be your 11-year-old self and enjoy. I appreciate that, Don. Much love, and probably some advice for us all to take to heart. Much love to you, Don. Tyler the Kid says, Qui-Gon Jinn has to show up. He's canonically the person who teaches Obi-Wan to become a Force ghost. As far as we know. Indeed. It would make sense. Yoda failed worse. You're not wrong, Nerd Mafia. That's why he went onto Dagobah and just disappeared forever. Yeah, it's really good to see a lot of people in the chat today. Much love to you guys. Alright, so do we think that Vader is going to appear in this episode, or do we think he's going to be in much of it? Honestly, I think we're going to get more Vader in episode 6, but I would be very pleasantly surprised if some of the fight happens in this episode, or we get kind of some Vader build up to this. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in terms of Reva tracking them down. Like, maybe Reva gets there first, Vader's a little behind. I don't know. But I'm super excited to find out, like, what's going to go down with Vader, Reva, the rest of the Inquisitors. Is the Grand Inquisitor going to show up? Maybe. Maybe not. But I mean, one stomach, two stomachs, the dude's coming back. He's coming back. Suru says, only The Phantom Menace fans know the years of drought. Before these times of plenty, Disney Plus, we are truly blessed. Awaiting Andor love with much impatience. Suru, me too. I mean, Star Wars Meg has been hyping up Andor, and I don't really know too much about it. I mean, I kind of know the surface level stuff that's kind of going to be covering a vast majority of Andor's life. We're probably getting like 3 seasons, cross my fingers, but I cannot wait to see what they do with these 12 episodes of Andor coming out in August 31st. I mean, it's around the corner, man. It's super exciting. These, plentiful times of Disney Plus indeed. I was born in 99, so my drought of the fandom, not really knowing content, was literally, at 5-6 years old after Revenge of the Sith, asking my parents after seeing it, is that really it? There's no more? And they're being like, well, yeah, unless like their son takes over, George's son does more one day or something. And I'm like, really? Like, what the heck? And then the Clone Wars happened and revitalized my childhood. So I've always known some Star Wars here or there, but I know there were some dark times, Suru. I know. For cheesy. Vader's hilarious. Good to see you, Leia Rose. Should we do some rapid fire prediction polls? I'm down. Should we? Will we see Vader? Let's do it. Will we see Vader in episode 5? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the poll that we just put up. Yes or no? Personally, I don't know if we'll see much of him. We'll probably get a glimpse, so I'll lean to the yes. But I don't know if he's going to be as prominent in this episode like he hasn't been in a couple of episodes so far. I'm getting a yes so far. Seems like 100% yes. So I'm down. I would love to see Vader in episode 5. We gotten some pretty cool little glimpses of him in episodes 3 and 4. I cannot wait. We probably will. We probably will see Vader. Talented Mr. Griffin, it's good to see you, my guy. Ashton, good to see you in the chat as well. Suru says, I love the politics of the times in Andor and how it would be played. Suru, me too, man. Star Wars Rebels is actually like one of my favorite things, so maybe I'm not the most normal fan after all. But I love that time period between the Order 66 to A New Hope. It's one of the most interesting time periods that we're finally getting so much content surrounding. And I love that the Andor show is going to be really primed on some like kind of spy, kind of rebel, empire stuff. Like it's such a cool concept for the show. What's your take on how they'll bring back the Grand Inquisitor, says talented Mr. Griffin. Good question. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know if he's been chilling in a Bacta. Maybe we'll get some Grand Inquisitor back to flashbacks or something. I don't know though. I would love to just see him return and like start fighting Reva right away, or like be pissed and start going off. I don't think he's cloned. I think it's him. I think he's just been chilling. He probably just has 2 stomachs and one of them is gone now. has a hole in it. We do see his appearance or his clothing changes a little bit in the Star Wars Rebels kind of show. Maybe that's due to the fact that he got stabbed. He changes up his armor a little bit or something. I don't know. Ashton, it's good to see you, my guy. Momentarily. I see a lot of people disliking stuff, but for once it just hasn't really affected me because I really like the show, so I don't care what others think or if others don't. I feel that, Ashton. I feel that. I've been enjoying the hell out of the Kenobi series, and even with some of the negativity out there, I'm happy to have this little space and have kind of the spaces that I'm in with some positive fans or some, fans that have really been critically thinking about the show and enjoying it. You know what I mean? It's been a great time hanging with you guys and kind of covering this show. It's a show that I never thought I would get. It's a show that as a kid after Revenge of the Sith, I only had, grandeur thoughts of one day seeing stuff like this, It's amazing to me that we're at this point to get the Kenobi show, and 2 episodes left. I can't wait, man. Yeah, I feel bad for the people not liking it too. I want everybody to like this because it's fire. It's fire. This is so good. I'm gonna end up watching the show all over again tonight in anticipation for tomorrow. But I gotta edit. Hey, I appreciate it, Ashton. You guys allow me to have this space, so much love to you guys. So of the poll, how many votes do we have? 12 votes that we have. 92% of you guys say yes, that we will see Vader in episode 5. That's pretty high. I think we will, though. We have seen him pretty much every episode so far. Let's do this one. Will we get the Grand Inquisitor's return? Yes or no, will we get the Grand Inquisitor? Let me know in the poll and in the chat what you think. Yes for Vader was the consensus. But what about the Grand Inquisitor? Will he return? Will we get more Rupert Friend? Is he not your friend? Are you not entertained, Kenobi fans? Are you not entertained? So far, 7 votes, 86% of you guys say yes, we will get the Grand Inquisitor. I don't want to get your hopes too high. It might just end up being in episode 6, but I would love if he comes back in episode 5 and kind of sets up for maybe Reva have it. Like, I don't think when the Grand Inquisitor comes back that he's gonna be like, oh, Reva, don't worry about stabbing me, it's all good. Nah, he's gonna be like, you go, or I'm gonna slice you up, or he's gonna try to slice her up. That's what's gonna happen. So I'm excited to see how Reva kind of has to play things from here on out once he does return. It's gonna be wild. I think he'll show up, says Tim. Me too. Don says, I'm fine with those that don't like the honest critique. Not so with the joy vampires. There are some joy vampires out there. Don't let them suck you up, Don. Don't let them do it. We must defeat the Sith once and for all. Chris Parsons, thank you for the subscriptions. Much love, my guy. I don't know why I said subscriptions. I had a little lips lisp. I don't even know. Can't talk. Suru says, do you know how many hours and years I've wondered about the Kessel Run made it in 12 parsecs, wondering why it was like in my imagination, and and failing until Solo. What a relief. Was it everything that you hoped it would be, Suru? I must know, because I don't think I imagined the Kessel Run, 12 parsec thing as much as you probably did growing up. I mean, I've definitely imagined about a whole lot of other stuff. And some of it ended up not even to be canon, but I've imagined how Boba Fett survives for years. And we finally got that in the Book of Boba, which was dope to see. But I think a lot of us kind of were wondering what the heck. And I know there were Legends versions and different things, but I wanted the canon. Like, what I want to see that. I think he'll show up too, says Steve Storanka. Gotta be episode 5 and not 6-2, in my opinion. I think we'll get him in both, maybe. Of course, I watched Solo 9 times in the cinema. That's awesome, Suru. That's awesome. I think the Kessel Run was the best scene in Solo. That's what's up. I gotta watch Solo again. I've seen it probably 2 or 3 times, and I do really enjoy it. Like, Tim gets mad at me because one time I was like, hey, I think I like Solo more than Rogue One, and he's like, how do you like Solo more than Rogue One? I think I do. I think I do. It's all perspective, and Tim will tell you that too. Much love, go. Don says, I don't think a parsec is a time thing. It's sort of Einstein. it's beyond my concept of thinking. I'll tell you that much. Tower the Kid says, Kenobi isn't bad to me. It's just like Book of Boba Fett. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it's not what Disney said it was going to be either. But I'm still happy. Still happy we get Star Wars. That's kind of how I think. I'm like a little bit more than happy, because there's stuff that was freaking dope to see that just puts it like over the top for me. Like episode 3, seeing Kenobi get dragged through the fire, that was some wild stuff. That little, like, you know, town walkthrough that Vader did, whoo, that blew me away. Getting that the Amber stuff in episode 4, shocking as hell. Seeing the Grand Inquisitor get stabbed, definitely pretty freaking wild. There's been some really, really cool moments so far in the show, and I think they're gonna close it off with 2 fire episodes. I can't wait to get into these tomorrow night with you guys, man. I'm a Solo homer too, says Nerd Mafia. We're all some Solo simps. That's funny, Solo simps. I'm always happy to get Star Wars though, Tyler the Kid. Anytime that we get a new Star Wars project, I'm excited for it. And I know it's going to be that way with all the stuff that we have coming at the end of the year. I'm a big Bad Batch fan, man. Season 2 is about to be lit. Season 2 is about to be lit. I'm kidding though, says Tim. No, I know. I know you are. Hey, Tim loves some Solo. I think the Grand Inquisitor is there as a rival for Reva to kind of push her to the other side more. Probably. I think the fact that she stabbed him is going to have to make her kind of, you know, find a way out, if that makes sense. There's not really too many ways out of the Inquisitorius program other than dying. So if Reva finds a way out, it'll be pretty cool to see. He's not kidding, sister. He's definitely kidding. He's definitely kidding. I can't wait though. Just to sum it up, I do think it's possible we'll see the Grand Inquisitor. Really hoping for it. Check out my video tomorrow on whether or not we're going to see the Clone Wars flashbacks we've been hoping for. I kind of summed it up pretty briefly tonight. But just remember, guys, this is the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. I would definitely expect some closer to Attack of the Clones kind of flashbacks. Either way, I'm super excited to see if we do get some Hayden Christensen kind of flashback stuff tomorrow. I can't wait to see that. Whether or not we're going to see Darth Vader, Grand Inquisitor's return. So much fun stuff. Reva's going to track him down. I can't wait for it. Just 2 episodes left. Hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. Much love, Suru, Don, Nerd Mafia, Ashton, Steve Starenka, Tyler the Kid, Tim, my brother. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. We're going to close out the stream. Much love to you guys, though. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. And smash that like button. Really helps us out. Hope you guys have a great night. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.